Vinegar, what's going on there?
What's he doing at a hotel?
Where have you been, Barry?
No one tells me anything.
You're not listening. We're doing
I didn't
some.
know.
We're doing.
She's telling me as you're talking. So yeah. All right, I didn't know that. All right.
All right. Well, this is interesting. We actually have a bigger group in the show today, so that's good.
Yeah, that's it.
I know we're missing a few today, at least. So we'll get going, see who joins us. We're going to start. First of all, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to start.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We are going to start this morning on a very strange page, 63. Let's see. Why don't we start, if you can make it really big, if Frida would like to read.
I would love to.
Seth, hold on. Rhonda, what were you saying? Go ahead. All right. Did you hear that, Seth?
I didn't. What was it?
Rhonda,
What's going on?
I guess at near Tamid, they did it first there, but that's up, whatever you want.
They did what first?
This prayer for our country, instead of doing it at the end, Rhonda's suggesting that we do it at the beginning.
We'll look at that later. It's much further in the book.
You've been vetoed.
But we'll
Go ahead.
It's not a bad idea. We will mix it up going forward.
Okay.
Okay,
Can you zoom it, please?
Roger.
Wait a minute. What do you want, Rosen? Oh, bigger. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Yeah, bigger.
What is it, up top here?
No, where you were. Yep. The plus. There we go.
All right. You want it bigger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that looks good.
Where's the,
Okay, thank you.
Oh, we got two more people, Seth.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Frida.
Yeah, thank you. Praise to you, Adonai.
Should I mute everyone?
Wait. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, fashioning the human body in wisdom, creating openings, arteries, glands, and organs, marvelous in structure, intricate in design. Should but one of them fail to function by being blocked or opened, it would be impossible to exist. Praised are you, Adonai, healer of all flesh, sustaining our bodies in wondrous ways.
Yeah, Shikaheh.
Thank you.
Beautiful job. Baruch atah Adonai rofecha b'asaf maflir la'asot. Eshi, would you like to read the second paragraph?
All right.
Thank you.
The soul that you, my God, have given me is pure. You created it. You formed it. You breathed it into me. You keep body and soul together. One day you will take my soul from me to restore it to me in life eternal. So long as this soul is within me, I acknowledge you, Adonai, my God, my ancestors' God, master of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praise thou you, Adonai, who restores the soul to the lifeless, exhausted body. I hereby accept the obligations of filling my Creator's mitzvah in the Torah. Love your neighbor as yourself. Thank you.
Yashikach. Baruch atah Adonai mechazir neshama lifkarim metim. Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam hashebach bar mikol amim natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Can you hear me okay when I'm singing? I'm just singing a little lower than usual because I'm in a hotel. All right, page 64. How about, let's see, Mel. Mel's close to the mic, right? Would you like to read the You Shall Be Holy for I?
64.
Is he reading? I can't hear him.
Shall not render an unjust decision.
Not sure what's going on, but I cannot hear him.
Okay, so,
Did he finish?
yeah,
All right. I'm gonna pretend he finished. Okay. Page 65, morning brachot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan l'sech v'vina lavchin beinu nevein laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani b'tzamo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani ben chorin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokech Yifrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam abisharubim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam atir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sokef gefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rokal haaretz hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'aseh likol tzorki. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechim mitzadei kaver. Baruch atah Adonai Melech haolam ozeh Yisrael b'gvura. Baruch atah Adonai Melech haolam ozeh Yisrael b'tifara. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanotein leYahav koach. Baruch atah Adonai Melech haolam. Utanena hayom uv'chol yom lechenu lechesed al rachamim beinecha v'necharenu v'tigmel chasadim tovim. Baruch atah Adonai gomel chasadim tovim liyamo Yisrael. All right. We are on page 81, Einen Achzik.
Hang on. Where am I? 81. All right, Seth.
All right. Marcia Cohen, would you
Yes.
like to read responsively? A Psalm of David, a song for the dedication of the temple.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay. I extol you, Adonai. You raised me up. You did not permit foes to rejoice over me.
Adonai, I cried out and you healed me. You saved me from the pit of death.
Sing to Adonai, you faithful. Acclaim God's holiness.
God's anger lasts a moment. Divine love is lifelong. Tears may linger for a night. Joy comes with the dawn.
While at ease, I once thought, nothing can shake my security. Favor me, and I am a mountain of strength. Hide your face, Adonai, and I am terrified.
To you, Adonai, would I call. Before the eternal would I plead.
What profit is there if I am silenced? What benefit if I go to my grave? Will the dust praise you? Will it proclaim your faithfulness?
Hear me, Adonai, gracious be my help.
You transform my mourning into dancing, my sackcloth into robes of joy, that I may sing your praise unceasingly, that I may thank you, Adonai, my God, forever.
That is exquisite.
Thank you.
Wonderful job. L'man yisamecha chavo v'lo yidom Adonai Elohai li'olam oteka. Page 82, mourners and those observing your site, please rise for the mourners' Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, amen. B'yoma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala v'zman kariv v'meru, amen. Yehei shmei rabba mivorach li'olam la'omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'pa'ar v'tromam v'yitnaseh. V'tadar v'talev v'yitalal shmei kudusha brechu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Damiran bi'alma v'miru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'miru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'miru, amen. Ask everyone to please rise, page 83, for the Baruch Shamar. Baruch Sha'amar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch hu, Baruch Omer v'yoseh, Baruch Shemo, Baruch Gozer Kayem, Baruch hu, Baruch Mirachem al haaretz, Baruch Shemo, Baruch Mirachem al habriot, Baruch hu, Baruch Mishalem Sachato v'Reyav, Baruch Shemo, Baruch Halad v'Kayam lanetzach, Baruch hu, Baruch Podeh umatzil, Baruch Shemo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam b'fi hamulah b'fi hamashiach. Yachid Che'olami Melech Meshubachim Fradet Shema Gadol, Baruch atah Adonai Melech Mehulal Matishbachut. Please be seated. Turn to page 96. And just so you know, in the show I muted you just so I could sing. So if you need to say something, unmute, please. Page 96. How about Roz? Would you like to lead us in the Ashrei today? And again, you need to unmute.
Just
Okay.
add it. Wow.
You need to be close to the mic. That computer isn't picking up as well. Try again.
Yep, I'm coming.
There you go.
All right. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yehalucha Sela.
Sham shakachalo, ashrei ha'am sharanai Elohav.
Tehillah David, Aramei Elohai HaMelech, V'yavrecha Shemcha Li'olam Va'ed.
B'chol yom avarcheka, v'yalala shimcha li'olam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai Humulal Me'od, V'legudulato Ein Feker.
Dor l'dor yishabach ma'asecha, ugvrotecha yagidu.
Hadar Kavod Hodecha, V'divrei Niflotecha Asicha.
V'yazuz nerotecha yomeru, ugdalatacha asaprena.
Zecherav tuvacha yabiu v'tzitatecha yiranenu.
Chanun v'rachum Adonai, erech apayim hu gal chesed.
Tov Adonai lakol v'rachamav al kol ma'asav.
Yoduch Adonai kol ma'asecha, b'chasidecha yevarchucha.
Kivod malchutecha yomeru ugvuratecha yidaberu.
L'hodia livnei ha'adam gevurotav, u'chvod ha'adam malchuto.
Malchutecha malchut kol amim umemsheltecha b'chol dor v'ador.
Samech Adonai lecha noflim, zakef lecha hakfufim.
Enei chol elecha yisaberu v'ata noten lahem erachlam bito.
Potech et yadecha, masbir lecha chayratzon.
Tzadik Adonai b'chol derachav v'chasid b'chol masav.
Karov Adonai lechol korav, lechol asher yikrachu v'yamet.
Ritzon Yereav Yaseh v'yet Shabbatam Yishma v'yoshiem.
Shomer Adonai et kol hava, v'et kol hashahim yashmid.
Tihilat Adonai yedaber pi v'varech kol basar shem kadsho li'olam va'ed.
V'anachnu
V'varech yam ve'ata v'yad olam. Hallelujah.
ashkahech.
Thank you.
Very nice. Page 100. Right in the middle. There we go. I'm trying to remember what we sang last week. I don't remember. Let's do the, all right. Calling it Shabbat Hallelujah, hallelujah. Calling it Shabbat Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, Bikacho. Hallelujah, Birkiahuzo. Hallelujah, Vigvurotav. Hallelujah, Kudrov Gudlo. Kolanishama Telelia. Hallelujah. Calling the Shama Telelia. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Beteka shofar. Hallelujah. Benevel vechinor. Hallelujah. Betofu machol. Hallelujah. Beminim vugav. Calling the Shama Telelia. Hallelujah. Calling the Shama Telelia. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Betzel Tele Shama. Hallelujah. Betzel Tele Trua. Calling the Shama Hallelujah. Calling the Shama Hallelujah. Calling the Shama Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Kol neshama telelia. Hallelujah. That's in my deep, sultry voice this morning. Baruch Adonai Elohim Elohei Yisrael El Sinif Levado Uvarach Shemiro Liolam V'yamalech Evado Kol Haaretz Amen V'Amen. What are you? Page 104. We take a deep breath on this beautiful day outside. Nishmat kol chai, tivarech et shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. We turn to the middle of the page in the English. Let's read together. Could song fill our mouth as water fills the sea, and could joy flood our tongue like countless waves? Could our lips utter praise as limitless as the sky, and could our eyes match the splendor of the sun? Could we soar with arms like an eagle's wings and run with gentle grace as the swiftest deer? Never could we fully state our gratitude for 1/10,000th of the lasting love that is your precious blessing, dearest God, granted to our ancestors and to us. Turn to page 105. Okay, just a little while, okay. To the middle, please. Thank you. Down, back a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. Nehalel echan shebechachan frechen verechet shem kodshecha kamur leDavid bachi nafshi et Adonai v'chol karavai et shem kodsho. Ha'el b'tatzumotu zecha, hagadol b'chvod shemecha, hagibor lenetzach v'nora benorotecha, HaMelech HaYoshev Al Kisei Ram V'Nisa Shochenan Marom V'Kadosh Shemo V'Chad Tuvrananu Tzadikim B'Adonai L'Sharim Nava Tehila B'Fi Sharim Titala U'Divrei Tzadikim Titbarach U'V'Shon Chasidim Titromam Uvekerev kedoshim titkadash uvemakalot revevot amcha beit Yisrael berinai pashim chamakene bechol dor vador sheken chovako yitzrim lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'lehavotenu lehodol lehaleshbech leveleromim lehader levarach le'lekales al kol divrei shiro v'tishbechot David ben Yishai, Abdecha Mishichecha. Page 106, if you're able to rise, please do so. Ishtabach Shimcha Lahad Malkinu, Ahel HaMelech HaGadol VeKadosh B'Shamayim U'Va'aretz, Ki Lechana Adonai Eloheinu v'Lehavotenu, Shir Shvacha Levazimra, Ozu Memshala, Netzach Gedula Gvura, Tila V'Tiferet Kedusha Machud, Merachot v'odahot me'ataviat olam. Baruch atah Adonai, El melech gadol b'tishbachot, El odod Adonai niflaot. Habocher b'sher zimra melech, El chei ha'olamim. Yikadav yikadash shemei rabbah V'yamad divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayedcha b'Yisrael Ba'galav izman kariv v'menru amen Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach li'olam l'me'omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'tumam minaseh v'yitadav v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei l'koresha b'richu Leila minko b'chata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata damiram b'yama v'yimeru amen. Page 107. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai Avorach Leolam Vahed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Yotzer v'rechoshech Oseh Shalom Uorei et hakol. And praised are you. Go down. Okay. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe, creating light and fashioning darkness, ordaining the order of all creation. You may be seated. We are at the bottom of the opposite page. In kerkech Adonai Eloheinu olam hazeh, v'intoletach malkeinu l'chayei olam haba. Hefel spiltecha goel elimot Mashiach, v'yein domeh lecha Moshienu, l'tchiat hametim. Page 108. El Adon kol hamasim baruchum vorach bifi kol nishama golo v'tuvo malei olam da'advuna hasovevimoto Hamikael al chayot hakodesh v'neda bechavod al hamerkava zechutu misha lifnei chisa chesed v'rachamim lifnei chevodo tovim yorod shebara Eloheinu yitzaram b'dahan b'vinahu faskel koach ugvura Natan bahem liot moshlim bekerev tevel melehim sivum fihikim noga nahesivam bechol haolam semechim petzetam vesahasim bevoam osim biemar etzon konam Pierre vechavod notnim lishmo Tzahol verina lezecher machuto karal shemesh vayizrachor rav hikin surat alvana shevach notnim lo kol tzeva marom tiferet ugadula srafim viofanim v'chayot hakodesh. Page 109. La'el asher shva mikol ma'asim v'yom hashmita la v'yashav kisech v'do tiferet aliyom hamnucha. Scroll to the middle, please. Tit barach Moshe Noshach Melseyadecha v'yomrehor she'asita farucha selah. Page 110. Tit barach tzarei malkem golem v'rokeroshim mishtabashim halam k'ena yitzvah misharati v'ashim misharatav kolamim dimberumonam. Kulam ahovim, kulam berurim, kulam giborim, v'chulam osim yem aviraretzon konam, v'chulam potkim epiem biktushab tahara, v'shirav zimram v'rachim umshabechim, umfarim umaretzim umakdishim umamlichim, et shema hel hamelech hagadol gibov anora kadoshu, וכולם מקבלים עליהם על מלכות שמזמזה, ונונים רשות זה לזה להקדיש ליוצרם מנחת רוח, בשפה ברורה ונימה קדושה, כולם כאחד הונים אומרים ביראה. קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך על הארץ כבודו. ואופנים מחיות הקודש, מרש קדם מנסים למצרפים, ומתם משבחים ואומרים, ברוך כבר אדוני ממקומו. Or Chadash al Zion Tayir, 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 V'nizke chulanu mechera lioro, V'nizke chulanu mehera lioro, Or Chadash al Zion Tayir, 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 Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeorot. Page 111. Ahava rabba aftanu Adonai Eloheinu, Chemla gidola vitera, Chamalta aleinu. Avinu malkeinu, Ba'avor avotenu shebarchu vecha, Batlamdem chukechayim, Ken techonenu hutlamdenu. Avinu avrachem anumerachim rachem aleinu, B'tem b'dei benim lefil l'askeinu. V'harerenu b'toratecha, v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, v'yached levavenu li'achavahu yira et shemecha, v'lo nevosh li'olam va'ed, v'lo nevosh li'olam va'ed, ki v'shem kodshecha hagadol v'hanora b'hatachnu nagila v'nismecha, nagila v'nismecha b'shuatecha. V'havienu l'shalom me'arba kantvot haaretz, v'tolichenu komimiut li'artzenu. Ki el poel Yeshuata, uvanu v'acharta mikolam v'lashon, v'keravtanu l'shimcha hagadol, l'shimcha hagadol sela behemet, lehodo lecha uyachedcha bi'ahava, baruch atah Adonai habocher b'yom Yisrael b'shalom. Page 112. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol miotecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha V'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha v'vlechtecha v'aderech v'shachbecha v'kumecha v'kshartam liot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha v'chtavtam al mizuzot beitecha u'v'hisharecha. We continue silently. You scroll to the bottom, please. Leman yebu yemechem b'menechem al adama asher nishba Adonai lavotechem letelahem kimei hashamayim al haaretz. Page 113, let's sing together. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'yamarta alehem v'yasu lehem tzitzit al kanfei vigdehem ledorotam v'natnu al tzitzit kanaf patel techelet v'hayam lachem l'tzitzit Uritem oto, uskartem ekol mitzvahot Adonai, vasitem otam, velo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei einechem, asher atem zonim achareihem, leman tizkaru vasitem ekol mitzvotai, v'tem kedoshim lelehechem, ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher hotzeti etchem eretz Mitzrayim, li'ol lachem le'elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Emet v'yatzim v'nechem v'gayim v'yesham v'nechem v'ahu v'chavim v'nechem v'nayim v'nor v'yadir v'tukam v'kupal v'tur yafeh v'farasal. לדובדו כימושמע קיים בחיסונך ומלכותו ואמונתו להדוויה קיימת. רוח רופאים קיימים מנחמדים לעולמי עולמים עולמתי. Emet shatahu Adonai Eloheinu v'le'avoteinu malkeinu melech avoteinu goleinu gol avoteinu yotzreinu tzviyishuateinu bodeinu matzileinu me'elam shemecha en Elohim zulatecha Ezrat avoteinu, page 114. Middle of the page, please. Tehillah lel yom rachum v'rach Moshe bnei Yisrael lechanu shra v'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha b'helim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nara tehilot Osefela Shira Chadasha Shifchu Geulim Shemchal Safat Hayam Yachad Kulam Hodu Behim Lichu V'Yamru Adonai Yimloch Liolam Vahed. Please rise. So Yisrael, Kumab Yesrat Yisrael, Uvtechinu Mecha Yehuda Yisrael, Gohalenu Adonai Tzvot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ga Yisrael. Page 115b. Page 115b.
Okay.
Seth, how do we get rid of that setup thing? It's like blocking the words.
That's right here.
What
you go.
setup? What
All right,
setup?
never mind. We got it. We got it.
Never mind. We're good.
I didn't want to get out of it.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ahel HaGadol Gibor v'Norah Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Umevi gohel lifnei v'neihem l'man shemo b'yahava. Melech chozer fokenu Mashiahu magen. Baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham ufoked Sarah. Bottom paragraph, please. Atah gibor li'olam Adonai mechayei metim atarab lehoshia. Mechaker chayim bechesed. Mechaye metim berachamim rabim, samech noflim verofe cholim, umatir hasurim, umekaye memunato, lishenei afar, michamocha bagevurot, omito melach, Melech memit umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua meneheman hatalachayot metim Baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hametim. Page 116. Nikadesh et shimcha ba'olam kishem shemakdishim ota mishmei maron kakatuv al yad niviecha v'kara zel zeh v'yamar kadosh 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 Adonai tzivahot meloch al haaretz kevodo. Az bikor ashkadol adir v'chazak mashmihim kol minasim l'matzerafim l'matam baruch yomeru baruch kevananai mihim komo. Mim komecha malkenu tofia v'timloch alenu ki machakim anachnu lach matai v'timloch b'tzion mekarov yamenu le'olam va'ed tishkon tikadal v'tikadash b'toch Yerushalayim mircha ledor vador ulanetzach nitzachim v'einenu tirena malchutecha kadavar hamor b'shirehu zecha al yedei David, al yedei David Mashiach tzidkecha al yedei David, al yedei David Mashiach tzidkecha Yimloch Adonai li'olam melech Tzion ledovador Hallelujah. Ledovadon gigolecha netzachim kedushat kanakdish v'shivka halahinu mipino lo yamush li'olam vahed ki melech gadol v'kadosh ata baruch atah Adonai ha'el akadosh. We continue silently, pages 117 through 120. When you are finished, you may be seated. Say shalom bimromav, Yaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yahase Shalom. Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yahase Shalom. Yahase Shalom. Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yahase Shalom. Yahase Shalom. Shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Page 138. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabba, amen. B'yama divra kirute v'yamlech malchute b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chay d'chuvei Yisrael. B'agala v'zman kari v'miru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mivarach. Ya'alam la'amea yitbarach. Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'yipar v'tumamina sevet David alevit ala shmei kuresha b'rechu. Le'elamin kol bechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran mi'alma v'miru. Amen. Tikabal tzor hanovad hondecha Yisrael kadam avun d'vishmaya v'miru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'miru. Amen. Oseh shalom imromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yemiru. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Good morning. How is everybody doing today? And there we go. You can unmute for if you'd like. Whoop, try again. Sorry. There you go. There you go. Sorry about that. How is everyone? Everyone good?
Good. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thumbs up. All right.
A crowd here today.
How many we got? How many we got in
3,
there?
5, 10.
Nice. Nice.
A robust 10 with Mel in the house, Gary. Yeah, I've got some new people.
Excellent. Well, actually, it works out perfectly because we are talking today about the 10 spies. Well, the 12 spies, but the 10 who were spying who did not bring back a good report. So the 10 of you are in trouble. So, and the people here on Zoom, I'm going to pretend that we're 2 and we're the good people. We're the ones who came back with a good report. No, it's actually, it's great to have you in the show. I wish I could be there with you today. My dog, let's see if she's over there on the side. She says hello. Her back's to you right now, but is being very good. So I'm gonna not I'm gonna count my blessings while we're here. So yes, so today we do talk about Parashat Shalach, and basically there's two. I mean, there's various points here that we talk about Shalach, but of course we talk about the spies, and we all know, I think we know pretty well the story now that 12 representatives were sent into the land of Canaan, Eretz Yisrael, to observe, really, not to engage specifically with the people there. Of course, there was a lot of concern about who they were. And of course, they saw a lot of things that were, for most of them, were very concerning. But that was always the plan, right? It was, again, about the faith that God was saying to us that it's not going to look perfect. The reality, how we talk a lot about perception is reality, right? And the perception, right, that they could see is that there was nothing, redeeming about Israel that they could see, at least what they could see with their eyes, right? So they've come up with their reality is based on a thought that's in their head that they couldn't they weren't able to get past that component, that point of it. But what we really learn is, and this again is the whole point of having faith, right? We go into something. Let's take, for instance, right now in another hour, I'm going to have, who knows, dozens of people looking at the house, and their perception is they're going to look at certain rooms and they're going to look at certain things, and they're going to say they're going to, some are going to, like what they see on the wall. Some aren't going to like the pictures on the wall. By the way, Rhonda, you're up there on the wall now with the wedding party. So, that's probably worth another $100,000, right? We'll see. But anyway, so you're going to have, but some will look at, little nicks here and there, and that's going to, turn them off. But some others are going to look at the holistic picture, right? And they're going to look at, what can we do with this, right? Just because it looks like something else right now doesn't mean that we can't envision it to be something that we want, right? Now, I kind of happen to like what's in our house, but not everybody is going to like it the same way, right? And there's going to be a lot of people, as a matter of fact, the majority of the people who go in are probably going to find some fault with it. Not because it's a terrible house, but just because it doesn't necessarily fit their definition or their mold or their, what they think it should be, right? And it's kind of like the 80-20, 80%, 20% do 80% of the work, right? Well, in this case, 20%, it's like a marketing campaign. You reach out to 100 people and you're lucky if 5 to 10 of them turn around and like what you got, right? Or buy into it. And that's kind of what's happening here with the spies, right? Out of the 12, 2 of them are gung-ho, and the other 10, go off as a minion and do whatever, but they're not really into Eretz Yisrael right now, into Canaan. So of course they come back and God is beside God's self, right? And God wants to destroy the people and destroy blah, 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 except for the 2 who, destroy everybody basically and say that, enough is enough. I can't do it anymore. I can't, And what does Moses? Moses intervenes again, right? Well, Moses keeps coming back at this, to get back to the Jews and kind of be their attorney for them, argue their point, argue what's going on, kind of make them look in a better light. So of course, what we find out is this is where that for 40 years, they're going to start roaming the desert and going in a circle or zigzagging across whatever, but the current generation will die out, and anyone over 20 will die and eventually will not enter in the land of Canaan. And then Joshua and Caleb and their tribes will ultimately go in there. So again, when we think about this parasha, and of course it's one of the more famous ones that is in there, it's really about your own perceptions becoming a reality, right? You think just because, and we deal with this all over the place, right? How many times do you hear perception is reality, right? You go into a client or to a potential customer for a first time, and they say you only have one chance to make a first impression, right? And then after that, everything, it doesn't matter what you've done, you're playing damage control if you haven't really wowed them, with the first time, right? And that's not really fair, because sometimes it takes somebody a few times to get their rhythm, but then you've got something, right? And it's usually those who wait who end up who are patient, who end up with the best results. But of course, these people were not very patient, and we see what happens when people are not very patient, what can happen. So it is about perception reality, but this kind of intertwines with what we read about at the end of this parasha. And does anyone know what we read at the end of the parasha? It's all about, what is it?
Sacrifice.
Not so much sacrifice, but it's about the tzitzit. As a matter of fact, the ending gives the line, the last section of the very last few paragraphs of the Shema, about the importance of observing the mitzvot and, and everything like that. So, I'm your God. I tell you to do this. But again, we think about, what do some people do to bring good luck? They wrap a piece of string around their finger, right? Well, we're wrapping 613, wonderful pieces of string wrapped around four corners, which represent the four corners of the earth. And again, this gives us that feeling of comfort to our heart that, this is going to help us feel a better connection with God, right? But again, you're taking a leap of faith, there's something tangible there that's going to do it. Well, this ties in with the land of Canaan, right? That's the land that God is giving us. And yet so many of us are still not sure about it, right? Because they feel they're not going to be able to defeat the enemies. They're not going to be able to defeat what they consider Amalek. They're tiny compared to the giant Gedolim, the giant people who are these other people, right? There's no way we're going to be able to do that. And you have to have faith. And that faith is all wrapped around these 613 mitzvot and our Torah. So it does get into other things like, if you desecrate the Shabbat, you will, there was a man who was executed for doing that. And there's other things around sacrifices, but really you take the beginning and the end, that these two pieces, how those spies looked at Eretz Yisrael and how we look at these pieces of string, it binds us together, right? Binding us together. And that's, really a critical component of, what brings us forward. But we can see here that no matter, the generation's going to die out, it's going to turn around, people are going to come and go, but this thing that binds us to God isn't going to go away. So it's a, very, very critical component of the Torah. Does anyone have any thoughts on it? If you do in the room, please come up to the computer because I can't hear you otherwise.
Sharon.
I knew Sharon was going to come because
Yep.
she's always got something better to say than I do. So.
First of all, the portion is shalach, which everybody should realize means yours. So they're arguing over this land and God already gave it to them. It's theirs. And what I saw this time when I read it was how easy it is to be overwhelmed. And sometimes it's not that you don't like something, but when you're standing in a room that needs to be cleaned or boxes packed or whatever, sometimes you look at it and you're so overwhelmed and you can't deal with it, then it's too big. And that reminded me of the giants and the grasshoppers and the grapes. So it can just feel overwhelming sometimes and everything is too big.
Yep. Yeah, and that's how our life is, right? We look at things and sometimes they just seem too big, and it goes too fast or it's too big, and sometimes you got to focus on a smaller component, and you have to find a way to let it slow down for you, right? But yeah, that's excellent points. Anyone else have any thought? Ooh, Paula.
Paula's coming up.
Come on, Paula. We will be getting some mics soon, so. But it's good to stretch your legs anyway.
Seth, do we have the 7-second delay just in case Paula says something? We shouldn't hear.
Sometimes it's good not so.
Okay.
During a bat mitzvahs, and as I did say in my little speech that was here and there, that when my daughter-in-law put the towels on me, I felt that God's arms were wrapping me up into his, comforting me and hoping I would be better.
Very nice.
Excellent. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I will say that, being bar bat mitzvah at 13 is the age is interesting because, it's probably the last thing that a 12 or 13-year-old wants to do is to get up and learn all this Hebrew and do all this stuff. But it's kind of a good way to later on in life really appreciate it. And when you have the opportunity, when you're older, to experience this that way, it makes all the difference. It really does. It's you almost wish that a 12 or 13-year-old could, for an hour or so, just have the wisdom that you have when you're when you're much older in life. But that's what we learn. That's what patience is. Anything else? All right. Well, we'll take that.
Seth, wait a minute. Go
Oh.
ahead.
Hear me, can you? No, pardon me. So I get these emails from the Jewish Daily Forward, and they've obviously changed up everything from Yiddish to English now, but they're talking about Shalach Lecha is usually referred to as the story of the spies, but the Torah never mentions the word spy at all. It uses the Hebrew word lator, which means to explore. So the spies, in essence, are referred to as journalists who go out and kind of get the information back to Moses. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they use that verbiage to, where do we get spies? Because they were, I don't know where they're going to, well, when someone spies on you, they're kind of in the background and you don't see them, but a reporter is out there in the field interviewing people. So that is just kind of interesting like that. Yeah.
Well, it does. I mean, it does say a little bit that they weren't there to engage, right? They were there more to observe, and whether they went and asked questions, I don't know for sure, but they it does. I mean, there was some commentary about that they were more there to observe. But you're right. I mean, it's spying gives it kind of a negative connotation, like you're trying to do something. But I mean, ultimately, though, right? What was going to happen when they were going to look and check this all out, and then when it was time to go into the land, God was going to have them defeat these people. So in a way, they were trying to. I wouldn't say it's like Bill Belichick, focusing the camera on the other coach's signals, but there was some of that. I mean, if you think about what they were ultimately, what the ultimate plan was later, right? So maybe the people who were going in there themselves weren't thinking of it that way, but maybe the head coach, maybe God was thinking a little bit of it that way. Although God already knew what was going to happen, so God had a little bit of more insight than maybe even Belichick.
We won the Super Bowl. What more do you want?
What I was gonna say.
What have you done for me lately? That's
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
question. All right.
On the-
All right. Well, why don't we take out the Torah? So
Seth, Seth,
Yes.
Lee has something.
Oh,
Go ahead, come on, say it.
Go ahead, Lee.
I'm right here.
All right.
I can't hear him. He needs to come to the computer.
And I think I'm muted.
There you are. I can hear you now.
It says on line 16, these are the names of the men Moses, who was the coach, sent to explore the land. That's all I wanted to say.
Why did you say that?
Why'd you say that?
I don't understand.
And this says, these are the men that Moses sent to explore the land.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it wasn't God. God didn't pick the specific people, but wanted them to go. And I mean, to be honest with you, the Jews themselves wanted to, explore a little bit more. I mean, again, God kind of knew, but God wanted them to, if they wanted to see it for themselves, okay, go do that. But you better come back and not, say, well, we can't do this, right? So it was almost a bit of a setup, but not. But you're right. Moses sent those men in to explore. All right, let's turn to page 139, and we don't open the arc yet. We'll do the first part first. So if you can share the screen. Page 139. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'ein kemasecha malchutecha malchut kol amim umemshaltecha bechol dor v'dor Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimlach li'olam va'ed Adonai oz li'amo yitin, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, Av harachamim, etiv avirtzoncha et Zion, tivnech omot Yerushalayim, tivnech omot Yerushalayim, ki v'cha levad batachnu, melech el ram v'nisa, Adon olamim.
Yeah.
All right, yes.
Do I need to move the camera so you can see what's going on at the Bema, or are we just gonna leave it?
You can leave it. I
Okay.
mean, just make sure it's
Yeah.
doing what we need. So please, someone can open the ark and do not take out the Torahs yet, or the Torah yet. But please open the ark and rise and let me know when it's open. Are we good? Okay. Vayihi bin Saharon vayomer Moshe Kuma Adonai v'yafutzu oivecha v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha ki mitzion tetzei Torah Ki mitzion tetzei Torah u'devar Adonai mirushalayim Baruch shenatan Torah Torah Baruch shenatan Torah Torah li'amo Yisrael B'kdushato. Berech shemei damarei alma birach kirach v'yarach yehiru etach imamach Yisrael li'olam. In God do I put my trust, unto God's precious, holy, precious being do I utter praise. Open my heart to your Torah, answer my prayers and the prayers of all your people for Israel, for goodness, for life, and for peace. Amen. be'anarachetz velishme kadisha yakira anaimar tushbechan be'anarachetz velishme kadisha yakira anaimar tushbechan Yeherava kodamach detiftach libi behoraita v'tashli mishalin delibi v'libadecha lamach Yisrael letav lechayin v'lishlam Amen. If one person can take out the middle Torah in the blue, and please hold it facing the audience.
Close the curtain.
Are
Just the
we good? Yes.
Yeah, 1 minute. Just the curtain, David.
Paula.
Wait a minute. Yeah, face us. Face us.
We
No,
good?
face. Yep.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Gadalu Adonai iti uneramima shemo yachdav lecha Adonai hagedora ve'agevora ve'atiferet ve'hanetzach ve'hahod Kecho b'shamayim uvaretz, kecho b'shamayim uvaretz, lecha Adonai hamamlacha, v'yamid na'aseh lechol l'rosh, romimu, romimu. Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehadom raglav kadoshu romimu romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Torah, 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 Tinu, Torah, Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tinu, Torah, Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe.
Can
Please
I ask you a quick
be-
question? Oh, sorry.
Please be seated. And yes,
Sorry.
you may ask me a question.
So are you going to be able to hear the people at the Bima, or how does, no?
Well, you know what? Just have one at the computer and one at the Bima. And I can hear a little bit. Actually, you know what you can do? Just turn the
What if I-
computer towards them, towards
Yeah.
the Bima.
I mean, I can move the laptop onto the,
Well, let me see how they sound. All right, if you click on 5, the 5th aliyah, that's where we start.
chapter
So
15.
chapter 15:1, there's a book on there, Chumash is on there with a page of paper in there. That is where we start.
There,
So,
use the one that's already up there.
so what page is that?
So what page is that? It's Okay.
We start on verse 8, chapter 15.
Yep, 1 minute, Seth.
Yep.
Over to that location.
I'm sorry.
Did you already roll the,
Yep.
it's,
Yeah, it's the it should be the column right there. You'll see a space after the second line or right there. You want to count down 13 rows.
Vitasa.
V'chi ta'aseh.
Ta'aseh.
Then, yeah.
Here, right there.
We good?
Fred? 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 Fred's gonna point
Okay.
and, should I turn the laptop a little bit that way?
Have someone say something.
What? Wait a minute. I'm gonna leave this unmuted then, right? Or you want me to mute it?
No, keep it unmuted. I need to hear you. All right. Barry, do you want to do the intro or do you want me to do it?
No, you do it.
Okay. What's the first? Well, let's just start. Who's the first one?
Yamol Gershon Chanuk ben Elia Bevel HaKohen.
Baruch Shnatata Yama Yisra Bikdushato Vatem Habikim Baran Alehechem Chayim Kochem Hayom.
Harry Kaplan for the first Aliyah.
Amen. Vechita seven bakar ola ozavach lefale neder o shalamim ladonai. Mehikriv al ben habakar mincha solet shlosha esronim blulaba shemen chatzi hahin. Veyayin takriv lenesech chatzi hahin isherach nichoach ladonai.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Seth.
What?
I guess it wasn't the right.
Wasn't the right spot. You were in the wrong spot. It's the wrong spot.
No, it's
So now we're
definitely, it's 13 lines from the top in the middle.
Now we're, yes, Seth.
And then we just did 3 verses. So we're starting with Kacha Yeaseh Lashur.
Right here.
Yeah.
Do you want Gary to do his Aliyah over or not?
No.
Because that's the second one. No, that's fine. We're online. So this is gonna be the second one, but you have to say your blessing again. Did you? Yeah. Okay, so we're done with the first Aliyah. You can just say the end of the blessing. Right, so get, yeah, yes. Louder.
Oh. Hey Roz, can you unmute it? Thank you. I meant
can you
to
do
I meant to mute me, not you.
That's all right. Could you hear him or not?
A little bit in and out.
Okay.
I can hear Barry fine, but
Okay, well, I've actually put the laptop facing the Beamer,
okay.
and I'm standing up next to the TV, so.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Hold a second.
Yep.
Yamol Eliyahu Wolf ben Yisrael HaKohen.
So we continue with verse 11 on whatever page.
I don't know.
Amen. Kacha yaseh lashor ha'echad ola ayel ha'echad ola se vakvashim o va'izim kamis par asher tasu kacha tasu la'echad kamis param Kol ha'ezrach yaseh kacha et ele להקריב ישרח ניחח לאדוני, וכי יגור איתכם גר, או אשר בתוככם לדורותיכם, ועשה ישרח ניחח לאדוני, כאשר תעשו כן יעשה. הקהל חוקה אחת לכם, ולגר הגר חוקת עולם לדורותיכם ככם, כגר יהיה לפני אדוני. תורה אחת ומשפט אחד יהיה לכם, ולגר הגר איתכם. Now go to number 6. Eshkach. The third Aliyah is chapter 15, verse 17. And someone there can give you the page.
Yep. 736, line 17.
All right, we were on. No.
That's Malnasic. I thought we'd hear that at Shul. Careful. Yep. Go ahead. Amen.
Amen. V'daber Adonai Moshe lemur, daber el bnei Yisrael, v'yamarta lehem, b'voachem el haaretz asher ani mevi etchem shama, v'haya Bachalchem milechem haaretz, tarimu teruma ladonai, reshit harisa techet, chala tarimu teruma, ki teruma hat koren, kain tarimu ota, mereshit harisa techem, titnu ladonai, teruma letorotechem.
Amen.
We continued chapter 15, verse 22, the fourth Aliyah, chapter 15, verse 22.
Page 736. Yep. Good. Rhonda Spitzer for the fifth Aliyah. Is that fourth or fifth?
Fourth,
Fred, you-
fourth,
Fourth. Yep.
fourth.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed.
Amen. V'chi tishku v'lo tasu et kol hamitzvot ha'ele asher diber Adonai el Moshe et kol asher tziva Adonai alechem biad Moshe min hayom asher tziva Adonai v'hala l'dorotechem v'haya Imene haida neesta lishkaga vyasucha haida par bembakar echad leolah lerechni choach ladonai umincha tov nisko kamishpat usirizim echad lechatat v'chiper hakohen Al kol adad b'nei Yisrael v'nislach lahem ki shegagahi v'hem eviu et korbanam mishel Adonai v'chatatam lifnei Adonai al shigatam v'nislach v'chol adad b'nei Yisrael V'lager hagar b'tocham ki lechoham bishkaga.
What about singing too? Amen.
Ashikahech. We continue with the fifth Aliyah, chapter 15, verse 27. Chapter 15, verse 27.
Motion to about motion Miriam, sheet.
Barry, you spoke with it? Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Vaed. Amen.
Amen. V'im nefesh achat techeta v'ishkaga v'hikriva is bat shenata lachatat v'chiper kohen al hanefesh hashogeget bechet'a bishkaga lifnei Adonai lechaper alav v'nislach lo hazrak bivnei Yisrael v'lager hagar b'tochecham Torah achat yelachem laose bishkaga b'nefesh asher taseh b'yad rama min ha'ezrach umin hager et Adonai hu migadeh v'nichreta ha'nefesh hahi mikerav hama Ki dvar Adonai bazav yet mitzvato hafar hikaret hanefesh ahi avonav. Eshekahech. We continue, chapter 15, verse 32, verse 32.
Yep, go ahead.
David for us.
You hear us okay, Seth?
I hear you fine. The one doing the LEI, it's in and out. It's very soft,
Okay,
but we'll have to work on it.
we will.
Amen. Vayihu v'nei Yisrael b'midbar v'yimtzu ish mikoshesh eitzim b'yom haShabbat v'yakrivu oto hamotzim oto mikoshesh eitzim el Moshe v'Aharon v'el kol ha'edah v'yanichu oto Bamishmar ki lo forash ma'yaseh lo. 36. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe mot yumata ish ragom hotov avanim kol ha'edah michutz l'machaneh vayotzihu hoto kol ha'edah el michutz l'machaneh v'yirgemu oto Bavani vayamod kasher tziva Adonai et Moshe. We continue with the seventh Aliyah, chapter 15, verse 37, verse 37.
Page 738.
Right start.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'yamarta alehem v'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanvei v'gdehem l'dorotam and adnu al tzitzit hakana patil techelet v'hayalachem l'tzitzit Uritem oto, schartem ekol mitzvahot Adonai v'asitem otam V'lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei einechem asher atem zonim achareihem למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Yashikach. Okay, everyone please rise, and if you could put the cover over the Torah for a moment. Let me know when it's ready.
Just put, no, not that cover, the Torah cover.
Just put the Torah cover over the Torah, just lay it on
1 minute.
top. Okay.
All right. Just stay up there. And then we'll have Lee lift it, but just for 1 minute, just stay up there.
Don't lift yet. Just
Nope.
leave it.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
Ikada v'ikada shemei rabba. B'yoma divra krute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael ba'gala uv'izman kariv v'yimeru amen yehi shmei rabba mivorach v'yalam le'omei amaya Yiparach v'yishtabach v'par v'tamamina se v'tadar v'taleh v'talal shmei kudesha brichu leila min kol bechata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemat damiran b'yama v'yimeru amen Yamad chag b'tamag lilas sefer Torah
Lee, to lift the Torah, and I'll wrap the Torah, 'cause I didn't do it. I'll wrap the Torah.
All right, well, you start singing when he lifts it. Eitz Chaim Hila Machazikim Babetomech Mihushar. Eitz Chaim Hila Machazikim Babetomech Mihushar. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Eitz Chaim Hila Machazikim Babetomech Mihushar. Eitz Chaim Hila Machazikim Babetomech Mihushar. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. All right. Is it on the stand? Once
Yep,
it's
1 minute.
okay.
Yep, just making sure it's standing up okay. Yep, it's on the stand.
All right, please be seated. We are going to do the Mishaberach prayer for the ill.
Oh, my glasses.
I will just go around the room once I get to that point. And Roz, once we get into the social hall, you'll kind of have to guide it because I won't be able to hear everybody.
Okay.
All right. All right. Mishaberach Avatenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. Hold on 1 second. I'm on the wrong page. Rachel v'Leah Hu Yavarech v'Rapei Et. All right. Let's start with the we'll start with Frida. Please unmute.
Thank you. Carol Lundgren. Thank you.
Thank you. Marcia Cohen.
Yes, I have Tzitza, but Aliza.
Excellent. Heshi, please unmute. Heshi, you need to unmute.
I think he has any names.
You don't have any names? Shake your head no if you don't have any names. Jeff doesn't have any names either. All right, we'll come back to Heshi. Roz, you can go with your group with the social.
Lee, no, Paula, Maureen Endorsano and Abby Winston, Rachel, Rhonda. Too many. Okay, thank you. David? course. Okay. Fred? Nope. Gary? Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay, that's it. That's it
That's it?
here from the social hall. Yep. Back to you, Seth.
Back to me. כל האכילים בקלה הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם רחזיקם רפאותם ושלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים רפואה הנפש רפואה הגוף בתוך שאר חולי ישראל שבת היא מליזו כפרה קרובה לבוא השתה בעגלה בזמן קריב ונאמר אמן.
Amen.
May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bring blessing and healing to all those who suffer illness within our congregational family. May the Holy One mercifully restore them to health and vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being, together with all others who are ill. And although Shabbat is a time to refrain from petitions, yet we hope and pray that healing is at hand. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Shlach refuah shalema, refuah shalema, lechole hamecha, refuah shalema, lechole hamecha. All right, let's turn back to page 148 in our Sidurim.
Okay.
Let's see here. Page 148.
Yep.
If Rosalind, if you'd like to assign somebody in the social hall to read, start with a
And they
prayer
can-
for the congregation.
Yep. I'll pray for the congregation. Gary, would you like to read? Can you come up? Why don't you come up here so I can hear you? Gary Kaplan's gonna come up
Okay.
so we can hear him. Yep.
May the blessing of heaven, kindness and compassion, long life, ample sustenance, well-being, and healthy children devoted to Torah be granted to all members of this congregation. May the sovereign of the universe bless you, adding to your days and your years. May you be spared all distress and disease. May our protector in heaven be your help at all times, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you.
Yashkach. Let's scroll down to the bottom for the prayer for the congregation. I'm sorry, prayer for our country.
Yep. Definitely need
And
that.
why don't we have, let's have Rhonda do that, because I know that she'd like
Yes.
that one.
Rhonda's
All
gonna come over to the laptop. Rhonda's gonna come. Need to read it on the screen on your book.
A prayer for our country. Our God and God of our ancestors, we ask your blessings for our country, for its government, for its leaders and advisors, and for all who exercise just and rightful authority. Teach them insights from your Torah that they may administer all affairs of state fairly, that peace and security, happiness and prosperity, justice and freedom may forever abide in our midst. Creator of all flesh, bless all the inhabitants of our country with your spirit. May citizens of all races and creeds forge a common bond in true harmony, to banish hatred and bigotry, and to safeguard the ideals and free institutions that are the pride and glory of our country. May this land under your providence be an influence for good throughout the world, uniting all people in peace and freedom, helping them to fulfill the vision of your prophet. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they experience war anymore. And let us say, Amen.
Amen. Yashkahech.
Baruch Tiyah.
All right. Let's turn to page 149. And we can read together a prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shabbat Shemayim, rock and redeemer of the people Israel. Bless the state of Israel with its promise of redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace. Guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them around their efforts for triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say, Amen. Okay. All right. It is a new month coming up.
Wow.
Rosh Chodesh Tammuz is going to begin this Tuesday night. And I will ask if you will all rise and if somebody will hold the Torah. Leave the ark closed, but please hold the Torah.
Paula, do you want to hold the Torah? Yeah. Paula's going to go up and hold the Torah, Seth.
Okay.
Yep.
Just let me know when we're
Yep.
ready.
Yep, all set.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to just mute for this. Yehi ratzon milfanecho Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei avotenu Sher chadesh aleinu et hachodesh hazeh Letova v'livracha ותיתן לנו חיים ארוכים, חיים של שלום, חיים של טובה, חיים של ברכה, חיים של פרנסות. חיים של חילוץ עצמות, חיים שיש בהם יראת שמיים ויראת חטא, חיים שאין בהם בושה וכלימה. חיים של אושר וכבוד, חיים של הבנו, אהבת תורה, ויראת שמיים. חיים שמלאו בשלוות, ליבנו לטובו. אמן. סלום. מי שעשה ניסים לאבותינו, וגאל אותם יעבדו לחירות, יגאל אותנו בקרוב, בקבץ נידחנו מרבת כנפות הארץ. חברים כל ישראל, 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 ונאמר אמן. ראש חודש תמוז יהיה ביום רביעי וביום חמישי, הבא עלינו ועל כל ישראל לטובה. The month of Tammuz will begin this Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday, and will grant us peace to all of us and to Israel, and let us say Amen. Yechad Shehu HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Halenu V'el Kol Amo Beit Yisrael, L'chaim L'shalom, V'le'sason U'simcha, L'shual U'lechama, V'nomar Amen. All right, please remain standing and please continue to hold the Torah. We are going to do the El Malei Rachamim, in this week's Yort site list. And I'm going to ask Roz, after I sing this, to please read off the names. Okay. Lerachamim Shochen Bamromim Hamse Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei Hashchina Mimalo Kedoshim Utarim Kezohar Harakia Mashirim and Nishmut.
Jacob Schoenheit, Beatrice Weinberg, Pina Bat Moshe Iser, Bessie Herbster, Chava Bat Mendel, Evelyn Messenger, Mindel Bat David Halevi, Minnie Rosenthal, Ruvain Ben Avraham, Robert Ankeles, Saul Avram, Moshe Ben Zalman, Maurice Levy, Shimon Ben Nissen, Simon Messenger, Peter Garber, Eliyahu Velvuben, Abba Yosef HaKohen, Albert Kaplan, Hannah Feiga Bat Yeshua Zelig, Annie Rosen, Ruvain Ben Shmuel, Robert Schmays, Mordechai Ben Simcha Yitzhak, Milton Goldberg, Samuel Lesberg, Razel Bat Yitzhak, Rose Spatrick, Dov Bear Ben Yitzhak, Barney Gitlitz, Menachem Mendel Ben David, Sul Halevi, Max Herman, Robert Hoffman, Hindabat Shimon, Helena Rosen, Zelda Bat Avraham Yaakov, Sylvia Zeitlin Scheinfeld, Menachem Mendel Ben Yaakov, Mandel Shore, Frima Bat Berish, Hatowitz, and Chana Bat Moshe Ananazik.
Any others?
Yeah, wait a minute. Anna Cohen.
Hana Baal Rachamim Tastirem Beseter Kanafecha Leolamim V'titzror Achayim Enishmotem V'yanuchu Al Mishkavotam Mishalom V'nomar Amen. Merciful God who dwells on high and in our hearts, grant perfect peace to the souls of our dearly beloved who have gone to their eternal rest. Shelter them in your divine presence among the holy and pure, whose radiance is like the brightness of the firmament. May the memory inspire us to live justly and kindly. May their souls be at peace, and may they be bound up in the bond of eternal life. And let us say, Amen. We turn back to our Sidurim, page 153, as we prepare to return the Torah to the Ark. If you would please open the Ark, and we will process the Torah. Page 153.
Lee's opening the Ark. It's open.
Okay. Yeah, hallelujah, Shem Adonai, Kiniskav Shemo Levado, Odo Aleretz, Vishamayim, Vayarem Keren Liamo, Tila Lecho Chasidav, Lifnei Yisrael Am Kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Mizmor David, Avul Adonai b'nei Elim, Avul Adonai kavod v'hoz, Havul Adonai kivod shemo, Ishtachavul Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai hamayim el hakavod irim Adonai el mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vayishaber Adonai et al zehavanon, Vayarkidem kamo hegel levanon v'sion, kamo ven rahemim, Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yachol el hayalot, Vayechesof yaharod uvechalo kulo omer kavod, Adonai lama buya shavayeshev, Adonai melech liolam, Adonai hoz liamo yitain, Adonai yevarech et amo vashalom, ubnucho yoma. The bottom, please.
Wait a minute, she's gonna put the Torah. Yeah, she can put the Torah in the ark, right?
Yes, put the
Yep.
Torah in the ark, please.
The Torah in the ark. Careful. It's
And
a
then
joint
scroll,
effort. Wait a minute.
scroll to the bottom, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, don't close it yet. Just
We
leave
good?
it. Okay. Yep.
Ki lekach tov natati lachem, Torati al tazovu, Eitz chayim hi, Lama chasikim ba, V'tomcheha mehushar, Diracheha Narche Noam, V'chol netivoteha Shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashova Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu, Chadesh Yameinu, Kekedem.
Ark is closed.
All right, please be seated for a moment. Do we have someone who's going to do Musaf? If we do, please have them be next to the computer.
All right, I'm already here. You want me to do it? All right, I'll do Musaf. It's because I'm
All right.
already here.
Page 155.
Wait a minute. Okay. I don't know how to put my glasses on. Yikadav, Yikadav, Shmei Rabba, Yama Divrach, Yerute, Yamlich, Mafute, Bechaye, Chon of Yom, Mechon, Uchayedecho, Beit Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, Bankarib, Bimeru, Ishmei Rabba, Mebarach, Lialam Lialmeamaya Yiparak Vishtabak Vipoar Vit Roman Vit Nase Vit Hadar Vit Halev Vit Halal Shmeid Kudasha Brifu Leila Mikol Birchata Vishirata Tush Birchata V'nechemata Dami Rabbi Alma Bimeru. Page 156B, please rise to the Amida. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chastei Avot Umevi Goel Livnei V'Nehem L'man Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer Foked Moshiach Umagen Baruch Ata Adonai Magen Avraham Foked Sarah Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayim Etim Ata Rav LaHoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayim Etim Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Rerofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umikayim Emunato Lishenei Afa Michamocha bo Givurot Umido Melech Melech Memid Umechayeh Umatzmiat Yeshua V'neman Ata L'chayot Meitim Baruch Ata Adonai Mechayeh HaMeitim. Page 157, the Kedusha. Na'aritzecha v'nakdishcha Kisot siach sirafei kodesh Hamakdishim shimcha b'kodesh Kakatu al yad virecha V'karazev yamar Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzvaot Melech haaretz Kivodo Kivodo Malei Olam Mashtav Sholim Zeh Lazeh Aye Mekom Kivodo Dimatan Baruch Yomeru Baruch Kivod Adonai Mimkomo Mimekomo Hu Yifem Barachamim V'yachon Am Hamakdim Shemo Erev V'yavoker B'chol Yom Tamim Pa'mayim Yava Shema Omrim Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Hu Eloheinu Hu Avinu Hu Malkeinu Hu Moshienu V'hu Yashmienu Berachamav Sheni 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 V'yene Kol Chai V'yot Lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Udivrei Katshecha Katuv Lemor Yimloch Adonai Leolam Elohai Tzion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Ledor Vador Nagi Galecha Lenetzach Nitzachim Plishtecha Nakdish Shitecha Eloheinu Mipinu Lo Yamush Leolam Vaed Ki El Melech Gadol V'Kadosh Ata Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please continue silently from pages 158 to 160, and when you're finished, you may be seated. Okay, so we're gonna go to page 181 for the Kaddish Shalem. Yep. Yikadav Yikadash Shemei Rabbah B'yama Divrach Yeruteh B'yam Lich Malchuteh B'chayechon V'yom Echon B'chayedecho Beit Yisrael B'agalav Izman Kariv Imru Amen Yeshmei Rabbah Mevarach V'yalam V'yamei Amaya Yiparach Yiparach V'shtabach V'poar V'roman V'naseh V'radar V'dalev V'dalal Shmei D'Kudesha Brechu V'yelam min kol berchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata damiram b'yalma v'yimeru amen tikabal tzlo tahon uvatahon dechol Yisrael kadama v'hon divishmaya v'yimeru amen Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen oseh shalom b'mroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimeru amen. Page 182, Ein Keloheinu. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Micheloheinu, Michadonenu, Michimalkeinu, Michamoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shetiru Avotenu, Lifanecha Ketore Hasamim, En Keloheinu, En Kadonenu, En Kemalkeinu, En Kemoshienu. Page 183, Aleinu, please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'atei kedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goye haratzah, velo samanu k'mishpechot hadama, shelo sam chelkinu kahem, v'goralenu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu porim, Umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz umoshe bikaro b'shamayim mima'al ushchinatu zo v'gavei mirobim Hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes ulato, kakatu b'torato, v'yadata hayom v'hashevota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim, b'shamayim imal, V'yaharet mitachat enod. Continue silently to the bottom of the page. Nakatu b'toratecha, Adonai imloch li'olam va'ed, v'nemar v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu,
Yeh Adonai Echad. Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad. Ushemo Echad. You may be seated. Mourners and those observing a yurt site, page 184. Page 184 for the mourners. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabba rach yirtei v'yamlich avutei v'chayechon v'yikol beit Yisrael b'gala b'zman pari v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach v'olam omeil maya yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipoar v'yiparam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitala Shmei Shaprechu Le'ela Mikol Birchata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nechemata Damiram V'Alma V'Yimru Amen Yehei Shlomo Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yimru Amen Oseh Shalom V'Rolam V'Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yakol Yoshvei Tevel V'Yimru Amen. And we now go back to page 72. When I get there, oh, almost, oh, not too bad. For the Psalm for Shabbat and Hayom Yom Shabbat Kodesh Shavu Ha'u Alvim Omri Bebe Hamikdash. Thank you, Mel. Oh, Yenuvu B'Seva Tishenim V'Rananim Iu Le'avi Ki Ashar Adonai Tori V'Lo Avlatavo. And we go up to page 184 or 82 for the mourner's Kaddish. Those in mourning, those observing a yurt site. Yikadal, Yikadash, Shmei Rabbah, Amen. Yalma, Divrach, Yurte, Yamlich, Mafute, Yachayechom, Yomechom, Idachol Beit Yisrael, Bagala, Zman, Kari, Mimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, Mibarach, Yolam, Omeo Maya. Yiparach, Yishtabach, Yipawar, Yipamam, Yitnaseh, V'yadhadar, Mitaleb, Talal, Shmit, Shaprechu, Li'ela, Mikol, Birchata, V'shirata, Tushbechata, V'nechemata, Damiram, B'yalma, V'yimru, Amen. Shlomo Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael, V'yimru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, V'rama, V'yaseh Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yakol Yoshvei Tevel. Amen. Right.
All right.
Right.
So tomorrow is cleanup day. Was it 11 o'clock?
11 o'clock, and we're
Yeah.
gonna probably clean the big shed, get rid of some stuff. Ted's gonna call in his 1-800 junk takeaway person. And I think we're getting rid of the small shed, which has seen better days because the roof is off. And then after we're done, if folks want to go grab some lunch, we can do that afterwards because we're going to work up an appetite.
All right. So this coming Friday is we are going to have our service this Friday on the
Yep.
2nd, is it, or the 1st? I can't remember.
The second.
The
the
second,
second.
whatever Friday is. At 7:30 p.m. It will be hybrid, so in the shul and online. Saturday morning as usual at 9 a.m. I'm assuming there isn't a service next week, next Sunday, as we.
There is.
Is there a
Well, we're
service
not-
next Sunday?
Yeah, because we're not having services tomorrow, so the service is next Sunday.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking
Yeah.
tomorrow there is. No, you're right. Next Sunday there is a service. So next Sunday, 9 a.m. And we did announce, there's some programs that are going to be coming up, and we're
Oh.
working on some programs.
Yep.
So there's some good stuff coming up for the summer. And of course, for the board members, goals workshop will be coming up as well.
Yep.
Not sure of the date yet, but that is coming up. And we're working on lots of stuff. So this is the last Shabbat of our quote fiscal year. So so we'll be starting the new year, another new year.
Another new year.
Next week. So.
Yep. And sorry, a date correction. Friday is July 1st. I apologize.
Okay. All right. All right.
Well, yeah.
July 1st. All right. So that'll be good. So with that, let's conclude. Thank you, Roz, for davening Musaf, and everyone else for all your participation, and for everyone who showed up in the show and everyone who showed up online. We will conclude on page 187 with a Don Olam, and then I'll ask you to rise for the Kiddush.
Am I unmuted? I am. Okay. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'Chefso Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Norah Vehu haya, vehu hove, vehu yeh betifara, vehu yeh betifara, vehu echad v'yein sheni leham shelo le'afira, v'li reshit, v'li tachlit, v'lo ha'oz v'hamisra, V'lo ha'oz v'hamisra, v'hu eli v'chai go'ali v'tzor chevli b'yetzara, v'hu nisi umanosli menakosi b'yom ekra, menakosi b'yom ekra, Biyado afkid ruchi b'yetishan b'yayira v'im ruchi geviyati Adonai li v'lo ira Adonai li v'lo ira.
Roz, if you want to do the Kiddush, or have someone do it,
Yep.
or at least the first
Harry
part.
or Mel, since you
I
have
don't
your
have the
site, would one of you like to do the Kiddush? Page 315. Come on over. You have to come over to the laptop. Yeah, Mel's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I have this for you, Mel.
Oh.
Yep. So if you want to put that one down, I'll have that one. And this is just give us 1 minute to just change over personnel here. 315. Yep. Yep, wait 1 minute. Here it is. So you start with the Shamro if you want to sing it. So why don't you stand up here? Yep.
V'shamru v'nei Yisroel es Hashem la'asos es Hashem le'doroso b'rihiso holam b'nei uvein b'nei Yisroel os li'olam Yishesh Yamim Osar, yes, Hashemayim, yes, Haaretz, over Yom Hashvi'i Shabbos B'Nafas, V'Shamro, V'Nei Yisroel, Es Hashem, La'asos, Es Hashem, L'Doros, so I am Ayom Hashvihi Shavas Ayom Hash
Yep.
Right here.
Yep, go ahead.
Wow.
Mary, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hafen. Amen.
Frida's not-
Frida, go ahead. Unmute yourself. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz hamein. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth and es gesunde Regen. Eat in good health, everyone. Wonderful service as usual, Seth.
Thank you. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you for the,
Shalom, wonderful.
have a wonderful Kiddush there. I wish I could be with you.
Thank you.
But
Right.
I gotta
Hi,
take
Jeff.
care.
That's all right. Next time.
Next time in Jerusalem.
Right.
Is that yours?
Yeah,
Oh.
no.
This is yours? I put it back. All right.
Really, the MVP of this service is Harper, my dog, because she didn't make a peep the whole time.
Where are you, Seth?
I'm at the 4 Point Sheridan in Wakefield in Market Street. Because we're doing there's a bunch of open house this morning. So we have to vacate. So Alyssa's working and I've got the dog.
Wow. How long are you staying there? Till tomorrow?
Well, we're bringing her back at late afternoon. So we're staying at night, but I'll bring her back here tomorrow after. But I'm gonna take her out in a little bit. So
Oh, so you're there till how long are you in the hotel till? Till tomorrow?
well, I'll be here until about 6 tonight, and then I'm taking her back home because they'll be done. So we're gonna go home tonight, and then I'll come back with her here. Well, Alyssa will probably come back with her tomorrow or something while I'm at the show.
Do you have more showings tomorrow?
There's an open house today and tomorrow.
Wow.
And there's some showings. Yeah.
Let me ask you, you couldn't come up with a nicer hotel than the 4 Point Sheraton?
I
A man at your level and means?
I had other options, but considering we weren't going to stay overnight and it was cheap, I decided to go with this route.
You were smart. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Frida. How are you?
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Now, are you shutting us off?
No, no, not
Still
yet.
chit chat. Go ahead. We're just gonna have our breakfast. That's all.
Yeah, no, not yet, Frida. How are you?
I was at home, but.
Is he home?
Oh, yes.
How are you?
Good. How are you, Jeff?
Good. Good.
That's wonderful. So I don't know who, do we shut off ourselves?
If you want to leave, you can get off yourself.
If you want to, Frida, you can. So we're gonna have our kiddish. So whatever you want to do. If you're gonna log off, then I'll just shut down too.
Okay, I'm gonna, wonderful service. I'm gonna shut off now.
Hey, Frida, we'll stop by in about like a half hour with that, the prayers for you, that the enlarged print, okay?
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm shutting, yeah. Wonderful.
All right, guys. Bye, guys. Actually, where was Mesh today?
Rachel's got a wedding. His
Oh,
his granddaughter's in Gloucester is getting married in the late afternoon.
I see. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So he's off today.
All right, awesome.
I'll probably speak to him Monday. I'm having trouble with my computer. I have somebody is telling me I got to take a package, and I never ordered a package, and they take over the computer like they did before, and I can't get rid of them. And I just got a notice, if I don't pick up the package in Charlotte, Carolina, they're going to send it back to the company. I wish they'd do it already.
Heshy, you shouldn't let, you had to click OK if they're taking over your computer. You should never do that.
I don't want to. They take it over, and I don't know what the heck to do about it.
What do you mean they take it over?
When he was asking, if asking questions about something, they take it over, and all it is deliver the package, or we're going to send it back. I wish they sent it back already.
Yeah, but what do you mean by they're taking over the computer? How are they doing that?
That's all they show is the package.
Yeah, yeah, I don't understand what you mean, Heshy.
I don't understand. Like right now, I'm talking.
Right.
During the show, at the show, they took over all I saw. I lost control of what's going on in the show, and all I had was a picture.
Jeff, I think when he's on his computer, if it's like I do at work and I need help, they have a way of getting into the computer and doing whatever they need to do.
Oh.
And I have to wait till they get tired of it. And they're supposed to deliver the package or send it back, and I got to pick it up in North Carolina. I don't know how to get into me. It's not even for me. If I get my grandson to be here when that happens, he would fix it. But I can't get excited about it. I just have to accept it is and wait till it clears.
Yeah, don't go to North Carolina, Heshy.
No, I'm not going to North Carolina.
It's a ruse.
I don't like to fly anyway.
No, don't go to North Carolina.
I'm not going to go to North Carolina. And I'm not going to accept that package either.
No, remember, don't give anyone your credit card information. There's a lot of scams right now.
Yeah, and then they want to give me $500 credit from Costco and $500 credit from CVS.
Yeah, don't believe it, Heshy.
Huh?
Don't believe any of it.
I know. All they want is my credit card number.
Right. No one's giving away free money.
That's for sure. There's nothing free in this world.
There's nothing free. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Wait a minute.
Where you going?
Just washing my hands. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
You know what I do when I run into these kind of problems?
What?
My grandson in Denver, Colorado, he takes over my computer and he can fix anything if it happens. But if it don't happen, how's he going to fix it?
Right.
You know, that's tough work for an old man.
I hear ya.
Yeah. I'm going to be 101 in August.
Wow. Wow, that's a big celebration.
Right. Well, every Thursday, I meet my son and we go to the Tides in the Hand. and we'll share a pizza, just him and I. We'll share a pizza and a couple of drinks, and we always have that one night for ourselves.
This is with your son?
Yeah, I got my son. Once in a while, his wife, and I'll pick up somebody else, but you and I, just him and I, and we just talk about nothing. He does my taxes and all that stuff. And we'll just talk about, we talk about his mother who's gone away a little short time ago. And it is what it is. And we share some little time together.
Where does he live?
What's that? He lives in Marmalade.
Oh,
That's why I moved to Swampscott, so to be closer to him when my wife was alive. I sold my house. A garrison, my wife couldn't do the steps, and I came here and I bought this condo, and the elevator goes right to the garage, and I park my car, and I don't have steps. That's the story of my life.
I hear you.
How you doing?
Good. Good.
You know,
Just busy.
I've been retired more time than people have worked.
I know.
I've retired over 30 years.
You're doing well.
Yeah, no complaints. Never complain.
With all these prices going up, we may never retire.
Oh,
Oil prices, gas prices,
Seriously.
yeah,
ticket prices.
I'm living in where I live. I can almost go live in just the area of Venice Square, Swampscott.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I try to stay within Venice Square as close as I can, so I don't have to pay $5 a gallon. Imagine some cases in California, it's $8 a gallon.
More.
More. That's what we're gonna be.
Yeah. You know, I don't have to, but some people, if California, they travel $50 one way, 50 miles one way or the other. You know how much it's gonna cost them?
I know.
It's a fortune.
Government's gonna have to step in and do something because this is getting bad.
It is.
You know,
I don't think the government can do it.
Seth, are you selling your house?
he's not on.
Potentially, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where you gonna move to?
I heard you had some room in your place there, Heshy.
It's only a 2-bedroom, not for the whole family. You could buy a condo here, roughly.
It's just
There's one for sale right now. It's completely renovated, the 2 bathrooms and a new kitchen. It's for $400,000.
400.
perfect.
I paid for this one here when I bought it 12, 14 years ago, $267.
Yeah, it's gone up a little.
But it has my kitchen is almost like I was before. I did small renovations. I didn't do anything big. You know, to do a kitchen and 2 bathrooms right now, it's almost 100,000.
Yep. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So we'll see. We'll see that the open house is going on as we speak. So we'll see see how it's going.
How many people have gone through? Do you know?
I don't know how many have gone through the open house. It just started, but I know that in the first day, we've had over 750 views on the site.
Wow.
Wow.
But I don't know. That doesn't mean, doesn't mean people are they just are looking.
Seth,
Yeah,
Rhonda said 150 were hers.
is that right?
Yeah.
She needs a hobby then.
You could end up having an offer by Sunday. You should figure out where you want to live.
That's right.
Exactly.
That went up for sale.
That's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, yeah.
That went up for sale, went for 400,000. The people backed out on one day and he sold it the next day.
Yeah, that will get sold quick.
We'll see.
Very quick.
I don't know. I mean, it's not about, I mean, we want to hit a number, and, if we're gonna move, we want to hit a number. So we'll see we'll see what happens. But it's
Seth,
all,
I can just leave the AC the way it is, right?
what is it set to?
Like 73. I had turned it down a little bit because it was warm. So
I'd put it up to 74, 75, and then just leave it there.
You want me to say something? Want me to say something?
I wouldn't put it up to, you just don't want it to get too humid in there.
Why do they want Middleton?
You know what? Don't know what I did, Seth. I've sold, bought, and moved within a month.
I
Within
heard,
a month.
I don't want to scare you, but I heard there's a number of gangs in Middleton. It's a
Yeah.
big gang town.
It's an ice cream gang. It's the Richardson's gang.
Ah,
Rhonda just said there's a nice place next to them. Stuart and Rhonda, all set.
Next to them where? In Florida?
Now, remember
Too
what?
yo- Oh, it's 50.
Bye,
it's-
Fred. Thanks for
Oh,
coming.
I guess not. You're too young.
Remember one thing, if you don't bother them, they won't bother you.
Sure.
That's my philosophy.
I can give them some spiritual guidance, spiritual counseling.
They don't need it. They got their own spirit, guys.
He'll get an offer today. He'll get some offers today.
I'm not, I don't expect anything today, but we'll see.
Is that what he has?
The only question is, they want to buy it fast, and you don't have any place to go, you got a problem.
I heard they have some very nice tents these days, so we can buy a nice tent and
I don't know.
it'll fit, five or six easily. So, there's just three of us with the dog, two and the dog. So, and you can see she just lies there on the bed. So she's.
Talk about dogs. When I moved here, there was very few dogs. And then since they changed the law about dogs, you can't refuse them if you need it for your health. And a nurse, we got dogs all over the place. The Swan's they need a dog walk.
Seth, it looks like you have a nice place where you're staying now. Maybe it was meant to be. Meant to be.
This, what you can see is basically the size of the room.
I know.
Although it does have it has a nice window. So
Yeah.
it's.
Well, Seth, you did say you wanted to downsize.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
So you put Alyssa in charge? Is she's in charge of everything at the house?
No, she's
working.
We
Oh,
can't.
they don't
be
want
there. They don't
the
want us. We got up at 5:30 this morning and made sure everything was clean and ready to go.
Sometimes the owners are there and sometimes they're not.
I misunderstood. I thought you were putting the dogs in the hotel.
You thought what?
Putting the dogs in the hotel.
I can't hear you, Russ.
Oh, I thought you were putting the dogs in a hotel.
Putting the dogs in the hotel.
What, we're just gonna leave the dog in a hotel?
Well, I don't know. I meant you were staying at the house or something. I don't know.
No.
Text, when a text came through, that's what-
They don't want us at the open house.
Yeah.
Oh, no, of course not. No.
So I'm with her for the day because Alyssa's working, and then I'm gonna take her out in a little bit. I'm gonna take her for a walk and then maybe, for a burger.
That'll be the dog, Melissa.
Where's Alyssa? Where's Alyssa?
Yes, I'm taking Alyssa, for a walk, yes. No,
Taking the dog for a walk. That's
take-
nice. Go over to Market Street, get her a coffee. Oh, no, not the dog, but I mean.
I do actually walk her at Market Street once in a while
Talk about
when she wants to.
She's talking about Alyssa.
He's talking about the dog.
We gotta keep up here.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
All right.
Do your cats sit that nicely on the bed?
Do our cats what?
Sit that nicely on the bed, like the dog here?
We don't let them in our bedroom because when we did allow them, we bought a new mattress with a box spring. And they went under the box spring and started ripping underneath. So they're not allowed. But they have domain over the rest of the house.
No, it's not.
So
Can you hear us better?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I think maybe we just pointed out, maybe the volume wasn't up all the way. Bottom line is we do need microphones. So
now, do all condos and townhouses today, are they all pet friendly or not? Because obviously are you gonna have an issue with that?
Well, you're right that not all of them allow it, but the ones we've been looking at so far.
Do. Okay.
I mean, it's not even so much do they allow dogs, but is there a yard or something that we can?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to just have to walk her all the time.
Yeah.
She likes, she does her business a lot. So we she's a big dog. So
Yeah. All right. Well,
but if you can finish up your basement, Barry, then we can.
Yeah. Well, what's that? Oh yeah. We have a sub pump because we have water, so you don't want to go. We didn't finish it, so. But no, it sounds like you got everything planned. You got a good game plan.
We're doing it just to see, what we can get, because it's a lot of upkeep, and the boys Michael's moving to California.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, he's going to spend a year out there working. He's got 4 job offers, so he's just figuring out which one he wants.
Wow. Now he just graduated, right? Or is that right?
Yeah, he graduated.
Okay. Wow.
A few weeks ago. Yeah. So he's just got to finish his boards, and then he's out there this weekend visiting some friends and scouting the area. But he's already got a place.
What part of California?
He'll be in San Diego.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll tell you, when I get out of the service, I wanted to stay in California. I did not want to come back here. But my mother, I had a widowed mother, and I had a sister, and somebody had to come back and support them. But if it wasn't for that, I would have never come back to this part of the country.
Really?
I had no choice. Then I got married, and my wife wouldn't move to California, so I've been here since.
Well, you can go now.
Yeah. Hey, that was.
You and Michael can be roommates.
Yeah.
You will, Mel.
I married in 47. I had a baby.
Just said bye.
And I didn't go anywhere.
You had a baby at what age?
Right. So you got to do what you got to do. And that's the way your life goes. But I did love California.
It is.
Yeah, that's nice.
I was in Oakland, California, and in Frisco and that area. I did like Los Angeles.
Okay.
Okay.
You did or did not like Los Angeles?
Needed something, I don't know, set schedule, but we'll probably get people.
You didn't like the smog and the smoke and all that stuff?
San Francisco is beautiful.
I
I
was a
mean,
young fella, and it didn't impress me. California,
Shabbos, take care. Good seeing you.
around that area, I would have been happy to stay there.
well,
All right. But we're glad you're here, because if you were in California, you wouldn't be on today.
I would be on here today.
So we're glad you came.
Yeah.
From a selfish standpoint, we're glad you're here.
I have no regrets.
Good.
You know, in life, you got to do what you got.
I'm back. What was that, Heshy? I'm sorry.
I say, in life, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And Seth has got to move. Move mountains to Middleton or somewhere else in Linfield. I don't know.
Haverhill.
I'll tell you, San Diego's south to the border is always Mexican. All the beaches are all gone. You go any of those beaches down there, it's all Mexican. They take it over.
Yeah.
When I went to Tijuana, coming back to the customs station, I see all the women who are pregnant. I says to the custom agent, why are these women all come over here? They're pregnant. He says, when they come over here, they have the baby, and the baby are American citizens. So they're here. We have to come. Our whole family has to come in to take care of the baby. So we're all.
Yeah. Take care, Mel. Good seeing you. You're going to be a regular now, Mel? You're going to be a regular? All right.
Bye, Mel. Have a good day.
Bye. Great seeing you. Great seeing you. Well.
All right.
All right. I think it's an exciting time, selling the house. I'm sure it's going to.
Well, there is one, Seth, there is one problem.
Yeah. Rhonda's not happy, though.
How soon would you close? Because we would like to have a pool party there with Masons.
How long before
I'm fully aware of that.
Do you think it will take you a month to close?
Yeah. It won't be immediate now.
It all depends. It all depends on the other party. Even if you're close, they're going to be able to get a mortgage.
Yeah, so I'm thinking July needs to be a pool party there.
It all depends how much money the other people.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, we should look at weekends in July for a pool party. Our time could be limited there.
Hey, anytime you want to have a pool in my place, four places where you have a barbecue, anybody wants to have a party.
Ah.
What do you think of that, Jeff?
Yeah, that could be interesting. Actually, we usually like to have a secure facility because we talk about Masonic business. Can't be anyone else around.
Jeff, you may be able to pick up some 90-year-old babes.
At this point in my life, I mean, take what I can get there, Barry.
Yep. Well, hey. It's a good time to sell. Still a seller's market.
Yeah. Well, the problem with selling is you also have to buy, right? So
it's a domino effect, right? It's a domino.
So hopefully Seth gets what he wants, but wherever he's going to buy is going to be more expensive than what he probably all had planned. So,
yeah, when we bought, the owner and her daughter. Part of the deal was they needed another, for whatever reason, they were moving to Maine, but they needed another 7 or 8 weeks, I think it was.
He was in school.
Because he was in school. And so we wanted the house bad enough that we acquiesced to her
So
wishes.
she in essence paid us rent for like a month.
Not all the rent, though. Not all the rent. But we wanted the house, so
Oh, wow.
she had us in the barrel, so we went along with her.
When was that?
When we bought our house.
1990, 2003.
Not that long.
19 years. It'll be 19 years next week, the first week in July.
We feel good.
Well, when I sold my house,
Okay. How long did you live there?
6 years ago. Built in 83, moved to the condo 6 years.
Okay.
30-something years.
Wow. Yeah.
Barry's got it was 13.
Yeah. It's time change, circumstances change. That's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beth, I mean, Alyssa, the kids are out of the house and on their own pretty much.
So
Michael's almost out. But Gabe is, he's married.
No, but I mean, he'll be on his own and he'll be in, you don't think so? You think he'll come back?
No,
Is that wishful thinking? Your mother-in-law thinks that Michael will be coming back.
Well,
do you
he
think?
said that he said that he plans on coming back. He doesn't want to be 3,000 miles away forever, but he it'll be at least a year. We'll see.
Is he going to be a traveling nurse or just actually have a job at a hospital?
He's just going to have a job. He's not a traveling.
How many people, once they go
To
from
California.
the East Coast into California, come back?
Well, depends if they still have water there.
Yeah.
And I was gone for 16 years.
Yeah.
Just to tell me 6 months. Michael called me. He's agreeing, I promised that would happen.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can't. What am I going to say to him? He's 23 now.
Yeah.
Once he's working, I mean, he's going to make his choice.
Michael told his grandmother that he was going to go for a year and was going to promise her he would come back. But once you see the beaches and all that, yeah, there you go.
Michael makes a lot of promises, but I promise you're not going to have to pay more money for tuition or for this or that. But it didn't work out that way. I promise I'm going to have a job. There won't be an issue.
New England? Oh, Michael told his grandmother that he's going to buy a place here and then put an in-law apartment for his grandparents, not his parents, his grandparents. You're on your own, Sam.
From my parents?
No. No. So who knows?
Hey, I hope. Who knows? I'm sure. I'm sure I'll have his own wing for them. So,
yeah. I mean, for a selfish standpoint, you want him to come home, but if he's happy there, whatever makes him happy. Yeah. Yeah, I heard it's beautiful in state. Now the weather, unlike some other parts of California, it's like one of the best temperature and climates, and
it's beautiful there. Yeah,
yeah,
been there. Yeah.
He's happy.
Now, how did he get the job offer? Was it all Zoom type stuff? The way things done, or does he know people there, or how did that work out?
He applied to a bunch of places because he's got 3 of his nursing colleague friends, classmates are going to live with him. And they're all getting jobs, but he applied to like a bunch of jobs there and he applied a bunch of jobs here. And so far he's had some interviews here, but he's been getting offers there. And that's where he wants, I mean, they want to spend a year out there. So before they before, you know, he has to start settling down, right? Of course, he's sending me texts right now saying how much he loves it right now. He's out there right now.
Does he prefer a particular setting, the rehab or the hospital? He's telling Rhonda everything. I think he's holding back with you guys. She's,
I think she's getting certain information, but it's not always up to the moment.
well, no, she's saying that he has options not only at hospitals, but rehab places, the place.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Yeah.
Platelet.
Yeah.
You know,
this,
which is good.
yeah, there's a mental health facility, there's an urgent clinic or a specialty surgical clinic. There's this playlist. There's a bunch of stuff. But
yeah,
but he was close to picking one until another one offered him a job with a bigger signing bonus and a.
I was just going to say that. I know with even here, home health, they were offering like 7,000 to 10,000. Maybe it's more there, but yeah.
Well, this one, there's one that offered him more than that.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
but they pay it out over 3 times a year. But yeah, it's great. It's great.
No, I mean, there's a demand for nurses, so it's a shortage. You know, there's a shortage, so there's a demand. So good time. Mhm. He found a place already in San Diego, Seth?
In La Jolla, yeah. I
Wow.
told you, he's moving out. He's got 3. Yeah, they already.
Yeah.
They signed a
So when's he
lease.
going to make a decision? Sometime in July?
Maybe this week while he's out there.
Yeah. I would presume he's going to, in addition to seeing his friends, he's going to meet with these hot places, right?
Well, he's supposed to take a physical and stuff. I don't know that he's meeting with anyone specifically, but
Yeah.
he didn't go out. He didn't go out there to go to the job sites, but he might go looking.
He
because
might.
He's actually 2 hours north of LA right now. He's not in San Diego, so.
Is he going to have to travel to whichever one, or are they all in San
They're
Diego?
all 10-15 minutes from where.
Oh,
he lives.
wow.
In San Diego, they got a tremendous naval base. If you,
I got to help with the dishes.
you can eat in the restaurants and watch them practice landing on the aircraft carriers. I used to love to watch them land on the aircraft carriers. The restaurant is right on the water, and they're practicing right in the bay.
Our nephew is in the Navy, and he was I actually thought he was chosen for the Blue Angels, but he's on the maintenance crew for the Blue Angels.
Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's a great job.
And he got some kind of promotion too, I think.
To me, landing on an aircraft carrier is probably the toughest job there is in the Air Force. You can't afford to miss.
Actually, you were in the Navy, right? Actually, you were in the Navy, right?
I was in the Coast Guard, and then when I went in on the Pacific, they put me in the Navy.
Oh. So he's an aviation mechanic.
Well, when I was in the North Atlantic, I was in the Coast Guard. And then when I went to electrical school, they sent me on a Navy boat, and I spent 2 years in the Pacific.
Okay. He was in Romania. He's been on the USS Harry Truman. And I'm not sure if he's back yet or not. So he was promoted to AM1. Well, I don't know what that means. I don't know, but so he's on the maintenance and support team for the Blue Angels.
Well, that's a pretty good job.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. When I went to electrical school in Boston, and then I became an electrician. When I came out, I got a job as an electrician's helper, and I spent my life doing that.
Oh, wow.
What I was trained for,
You cleaned it pretty well.
when I get out, that's what I did. So when I went in as a bum, when I came out as an electrician.
Yeah.
So you got to make the most of the chances when it comes around.
That's right. Okay.
All right, Mary's washing the dishes, so I guess we're gonna have to, oh,
Yeah, just leave the meeting. Hit leave meeting.
okay. No, that's all right. We can hang on another.
No, you can leave. I mean, it's up to you, but you can leave. It'll keep us going for a few minutes.
You said you'll be here tomorrow, right? For the cleanup?
I'll be there at some point, yes. I'll be
Okay.
there.
Okay. Jeff, if you want to come, we're gonna go for Mexican food afterwards, if people want to.
Yeah, I might do it. The only thing is I've got about 1 million hours of paperwork to do for this job because I'm starting on the 5th.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. So I'm a true Zionist right now, Roz.
Oh, no.
But let's have none of the talk negative about Israel in the show.
No, there shouldn't be.
And these guys are fairly conservative and orthodox. So I'm thinking of maybe what we need to do is separate the men and the women in the shul for services.
You don't do that. When I was involved, I belonged to that, and that's no fun.
I've never believed the women should be in the same room. I'm trying to learn the party lines here.
I think you're working on the wrong group of people.
I don't have a choice, Heshi. This is a conservative Zionist organization I'm working for.
Conservative, but conservative is not.
I got it.
Not real orthodox.
No, they're not. They're not real. Although they're probably modern Orthodox is what a lot of them are. But yeah, I've got a bunch. I've got to take harassment training, which is a half hour, and I've got to go through all that because I start in basically a week and a half.
Is this in Boston, Jeff, that you'll be based?
I'll be working from Boston, but a couple of times a month I'm going to New York City.
Okay. All right, good.
Yes, every 2 weeks I'll go for a couple of days.
Look at the dog. Yeah. Except the dog is not paying attention to our stimulating conversation.
The black shoes.
Yeah.
That goes around.
Yeah, she's passed out.
You look at, and that's all you have to do is look at.
Oh, yeah. Rhonda's asking if the dog is drugged.
She was given some stuff this morning, but not. But you know, it's usually just stuff like when we take her to the vet. You know, calm her down. We gave her the same thing, but she to be honest with her, she was up for most of this. She just fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't think your dog's leaving the bed, to be honest with you.
Hey, look at this picture.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
That's Heshi. Barry, come here. Look at this is Heshi.
When I came off the North Atlantic.
That's him?
That's you. Looks like one of the Smith brothers.
Looks like a bigger Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
That was 6 months growth.
6 months.
6 months? Wow, Heshi. Back in the day.
Handsome devil.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah,
Almost. The most people I don't think. Seth, do you think your neighbors would mind if we bought your house and used it for the show?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Look at this. That's my father in World War I. And that's
you.
We in World War II.
Because, well,
We all
Paul is asking if, what do you want to know about going to?
His neighbors would mind.
Oh,
my father. I'm the
And he
one
can
on
do
the left.
Seth can visit anytime.
okay. So Paul is asking Seth if your neighbors would mind if we bought your house and used it as our shul, and that you can come by and visit at any time.
Your own.
well, if
There's
you
not
want-
much parking though. That's the whole thing.
there's more parking in my house than at our show.
You're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah. You could, yeah. You could park at Market Street and walk over.
You could have a marking club.
Yeah. Yeah.
We gotta figure out, Roz, what's going on with parking soon.
I know Paul is going to be checking on that. The parking and all that kind of thing. So yeah, we will.
There's all parking you want right now.
I know. Right now there is.
10 spaces is all.
So. Aw.
Oh,
Oh, I got pictures of my girls on here too. Wait a minute, not to go unnoticed. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see, where are they? Oh, here they are. Let's see, wait a minute,
But
no.
you have cameras in your house, you can watch them.
No, I don't. And I'm just wondering what they're doing when we're not there. Yeah, I know. There, can you see that?
I don't see.
no, it's your camera is it's the other camera facing the,
Oh, okay. You can't see that?
You got to put it to the camera, to the tall camera, not to your.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah.
They're adorable, Roz.
Oh, they're cute.
Are they kittens or are they full? Wow, they're adorable. They're small and beautiful.
Oh, they're cute.
Chloe is on the gray and Zoe's the black and white. Chloe and Zoe. They're a year old and they're full of mischief.
Yeah.
And they run around, they play. You can hear them running around like that.
I'll settle down.
Yeah. Oh, they're fine. So,
Can't believe Hopper was out like that.
yeah. So,
This is working. I think she's working the whole day today.
anyway.
Every other day.
Seth, when you come tomorrow, we should talk about a few of the preparing for July ritual things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should bring the dog with me. She's just gonna do
Yeah.
this.
Go ahead.
You have like a craft day on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Services maybe.
For what?
Well, I'm gonna talk to this man about making sea glass pictures.
Oh. Okay.
So would it like a Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, I guess
How
so.
about if we, like, serve refreshments, like held lunch after services and then they come back?
I guess so, yeah. Huh. I guess so, yeah. Is that something you're proposing
Yeah,
too?
I'm gonna bring it up Wednesday.
They'll probably shoot you down.
I know.
What
They don't want to do anything.
do they want?
If you be down, like, when we- when we did the vote, yeah, everyone had a great time.
I was planning something in 2020. I was going to, and then the theater closed.
Yeah.
So and prices have gone up for everything too. So, but
Well, there's still a lot of COVID.
yeah, it is tricky a little bit. Yep.
Does a dog die?
No, he's just,
She needs her Shabbos rest. She needs her Shabbos nap.
He's looking away, he's spread out.
Well, the blanket's behind her, so. But yeah, she's spread out.
I'm sorry I gotta leave you here. I got some important card to try to explain to people.
All right.
all
Have
right.
a good
Bye,
one.
Heshie.
Pleasant
good.
talking to everybody.
You too.
All right, see you next week.
All right. We're going to leave because I think we're getting ready to leave.
All
So,
right.
all right.
sounds
That's
good.
it from the social hall at Sons of Israel. Back to you, Seth.
All right, Seth.
Have a good
Bye,
day.
guys. Bye.
Okay. Well,
Hey.
so you're selling your house today.
I don't know about today, but it's people are looking at it. We'll see, I want to get, we have to get a number that's going to allow us, to be able to, easily purchase something else without having to think about it. And,
Right.
and so, if we don't hit the number, then we'll stay where we are, so we'll see.
Where are you thinking of moving? Middleton?
Well, there's a couple really nice private townhomes there, like in cul-de-sacs and in private wooded areas and stuff that are nice.
Oh,
And they're, they've got some land so you can, for the dog and, so, and they're both were built within the last, one was built 3 years ago and one like 8 years ago or something.
where the heck is Middleton?
It's right next door. Actually, Linfield, Peabody, Middleton.
Oh,
Yeah, to be honest with you, from where I live now, to get to the closest part of Middleton is probably 7 minutes. Yeah. It's a little further out from the highway, but that's fine. I don't mind getting, I wouldn't mind it being a little quieter,
yeah.
but it's fine, We just got to find a place for her that works,
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
But we're doing it. I mean, I told you we wanted, Alyssa's not really necessarily, she's more into it now that she's seeing the process, but she, if I told her we weren't going to sell, she wouldn't be upset about that. But I think she's, it is too much. I mean, she really doesn't like to go upstairs and she doesn't go downstairs. So for her, it's, except for her office, everything is on the main floor, and to heat and cool and, put electricity through 3 floors, of which 2 of them, we don't use that much. I mean, I do go upstairs to play my piano, but if the boys aren't there, then you've got 3 bedrooms that are just sitting there doing nothing.
yeah.
And a, and a loft, which again is where my piano is, but and then you have a whole basement that's like an in-law suite plus, the gym area. So you're really talking, 2/3, almost 2/3 of the house that we don't use, that much. So to me, yeah, I mean, once, a few times a year, maybe, you got people coming over, or you got, you might have some guests or whatever. Or certainly if we do, the entertaining is nice.
Right.
That has always been nice, but I mean, I literally, Jeff, I heated my pool a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went to, I turned on the heater just to get it up, and then I was going to keep it maintained. It cost me $500 just to heat the pool. The difference in my heating bill between the month before the pool opened and that month. I mean, I just, that's just wasted money, because I mean, yeah, it's nice for the, sometimes we use it, but we don't use it that much. And I spend more time cleaning it. I was out there this morning with the vacuum, my robot broke, it's almost 10 years old. So I got to see if I can get it fixed or whatever. My filter, there's a leak somewhere in the filter. So every few number of days, I have to put the hose in to fill it a little bit. You know, so if I go to get it repaired, really I have to get it replaced. It's like $2,500 to fix that. And you know, it's just, I mean, I've put so much money into the house to keep it, you know, nice. I mean, I don't know. Have you looked? Did you see it online?
No.
Go to either Zillow or Redfin or Compass. Go to Zillow and put in my address. 2 Country Club Drive. There's 40 new pictures that just were released.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hi, girl. We're gonna go out soon, okay? You've been so good. You are so good. Oh, such a good girl.
Putting it in.
I could even bring it up online and show you here if you don't see it.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Flip through there's like 42 pictures or something. I mean, they did a nice job taking pictures.
They did a great job. Look at this. Oh yeah, this is a beaut. Wow. Wow.
I can't tell you how much cleaning and removing and rearranging we did over the last 2 weeks.
Well, here's someone's office. Is that Alyssa's office with the nice big window?
No, that's
cool.
that's mine off. That's my office. Yeah, it's got the computer monitor there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my office.
This is a beautiful office.
It's literally right next to my bedroom.
Wow. Does the Marjan table come with it? That might put it over.
She would put me up with the house before she put the mahjong table up with the house.
Oh, wow. You have a nice fireplace. Is that, what is that?
You've been in my house. You've
I've
seen
been
it,
in
haven't
your
you?
house, I don't think I've ever been there when the fireplace has been on.
It's not on. It just looks on. It's not really on.
Oh.
Alyssa thinks they photoshopped that. I thought there was something behind it because it's a see-through, like the fireplace is access from either the family room or the living room.
It looks like it's on.
Yeah, but these pictures were just taken, 5 days ago. Maybe not even 5 days, 4 days, 3 days.
What you mean? There's a lot of, it's a beautiful house, but for 2 people, it's like a lot of wasted space.
Yeah, it's just, it's just, you got to clean it. You got to, the whole downstairs, like we repainted and redid and everything, but, fixed the ceiling, but we need to, the countertops need to be replaced. The cabinet needs to be updated. There's one that fell off. The floor needs to be redone, eventually. There's just so much, like we've put in so much money, and you know what, we could put in another, just fixing up some of those things, we could put in another $30,000 to $50,000, and I mean, Harper keeps telling me, like, she doesn't, what's the point?
What? Seriously, what's the point? Oh, you'll get your price for this. Someone's gonna buy it this weekend.
We'll see, Harper. What do you think?
Oh, I like the aerial view.
Yeah, that overlooks Market Street and all that.
Yeah, the aerial view of Market Street, the aerial view of the house and the pool. Wow. This is amazing. I mean, two people don't need 5,700 square feet.
Yeah, it's. What do you think, Harper? Huh? Yeah.
Is this is this how much you're asking, or is this what Zillow puts in?
No, 1,389 is the asking price, but we're really targeting above 1,400. He thinks it's gonna. He thinks there'll be bids over asking. I mean, that's what he's telling us. We'll see.
Who are you using? What realtor? Someone you know?
Actually, it's funny. It's the company is Compass, but the realtor went to school with Gabe. Went to high school with Gabe. Grew up with Gabe. His brother actually was one of Gabe's closest friends, but they both were in school, all in school together.
Wow.
Yeah, he does it. I mean, he's. We'll see how he does here, but you know, he's pretty good. I mean, he knows his stuff, you know, and he's been selling, so you know, he does. He's good at it.
Yeah, this is great pictures. It really shows things off.
What do you think, Harper? Huh? You like it? Yeah, you want to go out, huh? Okay. So Noah's heading to Israel tomorrow.
Yeah, they're they're just waiting for. I've been texting Rachel. They're getting him his remaining stuff. She's been shopping for him for a week. I'm like, you realize he's not moving there, right? He's there for 2 weeks. How much shit is he bringing? How many t-shirts and shorts does he? And she read me the itinerary. He's staying at like 5.5-star, 6-star hotels. I'm like, Rachel, the kid's not exactly roughing it.
No.
And she's like, yeah. And then she read this thing about they're gonna sleep in the desert with the Bedouins. I'm like, Rachel, what do you think? The Lapin Foundation just contacted some Bedouin tribe and said, let's have you sleep. No, this is a luxurious resort he's gonna be staying at. Technically, they're Bedouins. Technically, they're sleeping in the in a tent, but they're not. Yeah, they're not roughing it.
No.
So he's getting his COVID test right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow he leaves. Every moment they have him. I would love to go. Every moment they have him running around.
Oh yeah, we even when I went on the teacher's trip, we were, you know, and we had, you know, much older people. We moved along a lot. You have to. I mean, with the kids especially. I mean, you're gonna cover. It's a lot to cover.
Right. No, it's an amazing. You know, it's an amazing trip. Amazing trip.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are you doing the rest of the day?
I think I'm gonna take her out for a little bit. Walk her, may take her for a ride. I may drop by. I may just drive by the house, see if there's a lot of cars out there. We'll see what happens. But we'll see. But yeah, I'll just you know, get something to eat. You know, we got to keep her out of the house until maybe 6 o'clock. So
Oh, yeah, you got. Oh, this is still going live on YouTube. Oh well.